What is up? It's your boy Aquarium, and I'm back at it again with another video. And today we are going to be doing another scientific video, and this one is going to be a lot more sciencey than the other one. But yeah, we're going to do this right now. In today's video, we're going to conduct an experiment using what is right here called the scientific method. And step one is to ask a question. My question is, is it possible, because you know how I have a betta fish in a tank right now? Is it fine if I have moss growing in the betta fish tank? And I've been doing so that's my question right now. And yo, look at that. Huh. Cool lizard man. Epic. So yeah, I've been asking that question because I want more plants in my fish's tank. And step two, as we all know, is to make research. And I've been making a lot of research. As you can see, I've been typing and reading and watching YouTube videos and all that internet moss stuff. What I got out of my research was that that it is very possible to have a moss species growing in your aquarium. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to collect moss like down there, some of these moss, and there's a good chunk. I have tweezers so I can get the moss out and it's like scrape it off possibly if it's too hard. I have a knife. But yeah, that's my experiment I'm going to conduct. And hopefully this turns out pretty swell. And another thing that I got from research was that it is fine to use mosses as long as it doesn't have, if it wasn't sprayed or intoxicated with bug spray or any sort of chemicals like that. But it's fine if it's from like roots or a bark of a tree, or possibly like rocks, even the floor, dirt, stuff like that. You just gotta rinse it so the water won't get all wet. And yeah, that's what I learned from my experiment. And after many minutes, I have concluded with a great hypothesis. Yes, the moss / algae will grow. No, algae's not the right thing. It's moss. Yes, the moss will definitely grow into the aquarium, and my God, it's gonna grow huge. That's what she said. Now I grabbed the items, and now it's time to conduct our experiment. It's science time. So now we have to grab 2 pieces of moss. So did I say I was gonna grab this? Oh yeah, I was gonna grab a specific moss. And here's a good batch. Okay, so it doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't need much to take off the ground. So I'm gonna just see if I can tear it out. Oh yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, this wasn't hard to tear off the ground. So this little batch we could definitely use. But first, we need to rinse it off. So now that the moss is wet and it's pretty rinsed off, I'm gonna plant this little one right here. let's just take this chunk, great big chunk, and see if okay, it's not releasing any dirt anymore, so that's good. There's like little specky things. I don't know what that's about. But hold on. We're gonna place them here for right now. And yeah. And now to grab another little piece of moss. We're gonna grab, I see a ton of them back here. So we're gonna grab our little pincers. And oh, there's a good batch. This is all one. I'm gonna just grab a little piece like this. Is this up? Oh my god, boys, we just caught a jackpot of moss. This right here looks like an actual moss ball. A moss ball from you can get in a pet store, but we already have moss. Just dunk in a little water. Plant it right there where I took the other moss at. Then there you go. That's the moss. Something else that's a little annoying is that the camera keeps on unfocusing as such, and find that a little annoying. Damn, that had roots and it was growing. Alright, so now we gotta take those two mosses and take a tool and what's it called? Just put them in a jar. Leave them there for 2 days. And every day I'll check up on them, depending how they are. If they die or anything, I just throw them out. But like, if they survive, put them in the tank bubbles in. But even though I am doing this, I could just grab moss balls. Just go to PetSmart or Petco and grab some moss balls. But I don't know. So yeah, that is the experiment. We are doing that. A little montage for these little guys. So yeah, here you go. So, my mom provided me with this little Tupperware and this little jar right here. So now we're gonna put them in water, alkaline water preferably. So we filled them up with these alkaline water, and now we're going to put the algae in here, or the moss. Why do I keep on calling it moss? The world will never know. And I waited a bit because the neighbors were outside and they were making quite a ruckus out here. So yeah, I just waited for like about 2 hours. They left, and then yeah. So let's just put this little chunk in the small container. Just gonna dip it in water first, in case some dirt got released from it. Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna put it in this water. And it falls. And hopefully we check on this in a little, like 2 days, and then hopefully it grows well. That is the two amigos. There you go. Check up on y'all guys in about 2 days. I'm gonna be checking up every once a day for 2 days. And here comes day 2. Day 2, it looks like the moss is getting very bubbly, like it's producing oxygen. I don't know if that's just the water or if it's the moss, but yeah, it's making oxygen. And there's this day 1 of waiting. This is day 1. And then this one also has been making some oxygen. I don't see any growth, but I don't see any change in color, so they're clearly not dying. It's day 2. Day 1 of waiting. Day 2 is tomorrow. Yep. Pigeon over there. Alright, that's enough of that pigeon. Day 3. Day 3 of the experiment. That's not a caterpillar, it's just a little shat thing. So day 3 and the algae is looking pretty alive. It's not hasn't changed any colors or anything. It's creating still air bubbles. As you can see, there are still air bubbles there that have been created, but not as much as yesterday. I think it was the water yesterday, I'm pretty sure. And okay, the birds keep making noises. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, look, they're still alive. So yeah, let's go back in and take these samples with us, and then let's analyze all this. Then conclusion. Now it's time for step 6. It's time for analyzing the data, putting it all together, and as you can see, I recreated or modeled this tank, and yeah. So here's sample number 1. As you can see, it's clearly alive since you saw it yesterday, and yeah, it's doing good. Day 1, it looked. I don't know if these balls got like more brownish, but it hasn't changed much since day 1. And if I take it out, it's definitely warm. This water's definitely warm. Let me try to feel it a little. Let me fiddle with it around. Ooh, yeah, it's doesn't feel different. It still feels soft as moss usually is. But yeah, this is the first sample. It's still alive, still doing good. Didn't really do much with it. But yeah, I didn't do much with it, and look, it got foggy because of the dirt. And that's why I don't want to put it in my tank, because I don't want it to get foggy. This is the second sample. Sample number 2, the bigger moss that I found on the rock. This one was found on the dirt, just on the dirt, as you guys saw. And this one was just found laying there on a rock. And yeah, it just grew on a rock, and it's also getting the water very dirty, but it still looks normal. Some of these little thingies got a little brown, but all in all, the color's still doing good. I feel like it got darker, but I don't know if that's just the lighting in here. But yeah, everything's still doing good. It's still soft, and yeah, I say I give it a yes, man. Yes, I give it a good rating for moss. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for that. Conclusion. Yes, you can grow it in there as long as if it doesn't come from the ground just naturally, because fogs up the water, and that's not what you're gonna want in your fish tank. There's bubbles right there, so you can see I remodeled the whole thing. And yeah, and that's it for this video. It's your boy Eric Ramirez, and I'm back at never mind. It's your boy Eric Ramirez, and we're out. Peace.